AskReddit Biod Obligation 1472. What is something widely tolerated by society that bothers you a lot? The throwaway culture, especially regarding technology and fashion, is something that really gets to me. The idea that items are designed to be disposable and that it's normal to constantly replace them contributes to environmental destruction and a devaluation of craftsmanship. I have an 1850s home with amazing door hardware. Even when one breaks, it's meant to be repaired and is repairable. Try doing that with a modern deadbolt. No way in hell. The constant need to be busy or the glorification of being busy really gets to me. It seems like society values people more if they're always on the go, sacrificing sleep and personal time for work or other commitments. This hustle culture often leads to burnout and overlooks the importance of rest and leisure. The biggest frustration with this is the loss in productivity from everyone pretending to be busy. Do your thing and go home. Redesigning something that works just for the sake of changing and keeping things new, even if it's often for the worse. I know you're referring to technology, but I'm dealing with this very concept in my workplace right now. Things were running smoothly and efficiently, then corporate comes by and says, no. Do it our way. Because the mood at work is pretty low right now as a result. Changing a website for no damn good reason. We've made it easier to navigate. No, you fucking haven't. All you've done is just make every user have to relearn how to navigate. How much stuff is packaged in disposable plastic that will outlive us all? My state soft banned single-use plastic bags across all retailers a few years ago, and now I think it is crazy it took this long. Doing any task related to your work outside work hours. I really don't get it, and it bothers me that this is the norm in a lot of places. Unless there is overtime available or you can at least flex your time. When I have to work late on anything, I come in late to the office on another day. It's standard practice in my office. The overuse of technology. Why the fuck do I need a fridge that can run Skyrim or a car with built-in Wi-Fi? I just want something mechanical, reliable, and built to last. I want more actual buttons in my car. Hustle culture, working multiple jobs. Texting while driving. It's like playing Russian roulette with other people's lives. Agreed. It's damn scary how long people can have their eyes off the road looking at their phone. I try not to observe other drivers anymore. As a passenger, I assure you. We, UK, need to reboot this old classic don't text while driving SAR advert. https://yahoo.be/r0lcmstIW90?SIZRGE3CLWHGCRER_w closed bracket dart. This kind of advert was so brutal they got permanently etched into my brain matter. Haha. There was one about wearing a seatbelt as a backseat passenger. https://yahoo.be/mkhy69AFSTE?SIK6CN648A_RQUWEBOO closed bracket 2. Planned obsolescence. Remember when companies actually gave enough of a shit about staying in the good graces of their audience enough to make a device etc that lasts more than 2 years? Simply not a thing anymore. Can't believe that it's just accepted en masse. Like there's a difference between getting an upgrade because your phone is literally coming apart and the battery is fried and replacing a necessary device that kills itself by design. No problem with the former, huge problem with the latter. Can't wait until it gets to a point that cars are so crappishly put together that you've no choice but to upgrade to a newer, more expensive pose because the old one is dead after 2 years, just as according to plan. Seriously. How the actual fuck is this practice legal? It was wild when Apple admitted they purposely build their phones so the batteries shit out after a few years and we all just forgot about it lol. Tipping everyone. The day Subway started asking for tips, I questioned how we got to where we are as a society. How the rich and popular get way less harsher punishments. If the punishment for a crime is a fine, then that crime pretty much only applies to the lower class. It's alarming how normalized extensive work hours have become, with the expectation in many industries that you should work well beyond a standard 40-hour week. This not only harms work-life balance but also perpetuates the idea that your worth is tied to your productivity. Here I'm in a country where more and more people shun the 40-hour work week for part-time work. First, a lot of women did it when they had children, but now, childless people and spouses do the same thing. It's the only way to keep us sane, even if it means many of us have to give up some extra. However, in cities like Amsterdam this is hardly possible for many people, which also leads to mostly workaholics getting the houses, besides of course landlords, who are on their lazy ass all day hoarding in money from hard-working people living in such cities. I'm not calling any names, Prince Bernhard Jr. The rhetorical and argumentative limpness of journalists and politicians. I have a hard time watching it at this point because it just drives me up the fucking wall that nobody asks any follow-up questions or presses their subject when they're not answering the question posed to them. Good questions are bad for ratings. Not only from people tuning out, but also from politicians not coming back for further interviews. Long, nuanced explanations make it easier to clip sound bites that make you look ignorant or evil. In other words, hard-hitting journalism is less profitable than limp dick cock-warming, so most outlets do the second one. Waste. So much stuff is mass-produced and will go into landfill because it's terribly made or just literally intended to be thrown away. Industry events that hand out merchandise for examples. Total garbage. Fanboyism for random companies. People celebrate quarterly earnings of companies whose product they like as if their team won the championship. Edit. This is not about people who are excited because they own stocks. Wanting a company that you are economically invested in to do well is all natural. This is about people who are fans of a company like it's their sports team. My ex would do this. I didn't realize other people do it too. The acceptance of rudeness and aggression online is something that bothers me a lot. It seems like the anonymity of the internet gives people the license to say things they'd never say in person, leading to a culture of trolling and cyberbullying that's just shrugged off as part of being online. Instagram and Facebook are so bad with this. People just looking for a fight there. You could say the sky's blue and 200 people will fight you on it. High fructose corn syrup in absolutely everything. I feel like it's less tolerated and more of the majority of people don't want it but can't do anything about it. But the people who can do something about it, those in the higher positions, just don't do anything about it. It's not that we want it, it's that we don't have a choice because we live in America and Americans just love pretty colors and HFCSS. But seriously, America has a problem and we can't do anything about it because we don't have the money to pay for the change, and the rich don't care because they can afford the expensive stuff that doesn't have all that in it. Just my opinion. Letting shitty kids run around restaurants, planes, etc. Oh, they're just kids. No, control your kid, you shit for brains bad parent. This one right here. Yes, they're kids, so what? No, no one wants to hear them screaming and running around. You find it cute, we don't. People treating facts as opinions. If something is a proven fact, you're not really disagreeing. You're lying about something that is a proven fact and are completely unwilling to accept reality. And the opposite of treating opinions as facts. Doing your own research of finding some tiltok or a grifter who agrees with your opinion and has facts, which you clearly don't understand, does not make your opinion a truth. Corporate data tracking and violations of privacy. Loud music everywhere. Minimalist modern cafe designs. People playing TikTok out loud. Social media in general. The cafe thing may be worse than you think. https://www.thego.com/news/20244/jan/1/6/the-tyranny-of-f-the-shop-looks-the-same. The way people treat their children like they are inferior to them. I deal with patients, and I've seen some crazy dynamics between parents and their children. Children who are just trying to navigate their way through the complex healthcare system we have in this country, and who are actually doing a good job of it. I can't explain how many times I've heard a parent say their 17-year-old can't make appointments and can't remember to keep them, or who are deliberately spying on their children when having telehealth visits, and parents who flip when we explain that their minor child does have some degree of protection after a certain age regarding their health. It's not common, but there are young teenagers out there who are capable of scheduling their own appointments just fine. App updates. Fuck that shit. Why break something which is working? Fuck you Google for adding crap to maps. Fuck off Meta for adding bloatware on WhatsApp and FB. Fuck you Apple and Google for no mobile browser add-ons. Get fucked with those constant updates. We've updated our app to improve performance and stability. Translation: we've implemented new ways to throw more ads in your face. A total lack of personal responsibility.